Now in this case we can take here this third one taken, associated colloids, micelles formation, micelles formation. You can also call them micelles formation. देखिए, this salts means they are formed by soaps and detergents. Formed by soaps and detergents. This associated colloids are formed by soaps or detergents. होता क्या है इसमें, देखिए सोप में कि at lower concentration they behave as true solution, electrolytic solution here, but at higher concentration क्या होगा इसमें, concentration is more than or equal to CMC and temperature should be equal to or more than Kraft temperature, and your temperature equal to or more than Kraft temperature, they form associated colloids by aggregation of one type of ions. You use one term here, CMC. What is CMC? It is called critical micellization concentration. Critical micellization concentration. For soap solutions to form micelles, they should have concentration equal to or more than CMC. CMC is the lowest concentration, minimum concentration at which a soap solution can form micelles. And then they have temperature more than TK. What is TK? It is called as Kraft temperature. It is called as Kraft temperature. TK. Means to form micelles they should not only have sufficient concentration but they should also have temperature equal to or more than Kraft temperature. If both the conditions are fulfilled, then the soaps solutions can form micelles, or then solution can behave as colloidal solutions. At lower concentration they will behave as true solutions, normal solutions. क्यों होता है ऐसा? What are soaps? Now let us understand the structure of soap. We told that they contain both lyophilic structure part and lyophobic group, both in the structures. तो soaps क्या होते हैं? I'll take next now. Soaps can be taken sodium salt of higher fatty acids. If it is one example, I can take here sodium stearate C17H35 COONA. Example taken, it's called sodium stearate. Now when we dissolve them in solution, they form C17H35 COO negative ion plus sodium ion. It is stearate ion and sodium ions. If you take the structure of this, what the structure we can look like here, it has CH3 group here, CH3, CH2, CH2, you can add 17 times here. So you can take structure wise CH3, CH2, 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 कितना हो गया? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. इसका स्ट्रक्चर क्या लास्ट में है? COO नेगेटिव पार्ट This can be the structure of stearate ion. Now they have two components here. One taken is carboxylate group. Carboxylate group is behaving as hydrophilic. I can use hydrophilic head. And the remaining hydrocarbon chain, no non-polar chain, this behaves as hydrophobic or lyophobic. Hydrophobic tail. So they contain both things. They are containing hydrophilic and hydrophobic both character in the structure. So what happens when we dissolve the soap solutions at lower concentration? If we just write here soap solutions at lower concentration, we can take the hydrophilic head will be in aqueous layer. If I write the structure, I can write this one here. I'm just not writing complete chain. It is taken hydrophilic head. This can be taken such kind of carbon chain having zigzag structure is hydrophobic tail. The hydrophobic tail try to lie outside the aqueous layer. Because they are water repellent, hydrophilic head in aqueous layer, below them you have sodium plus ions and solutions. So they can have in them electrostatic interaction forces. But at lower concentration, soap is not able to give enough leather. If you just do this practical, you put some soap in the water and just shake. At small amount of soap, there is no leather formation. When we add more amount of soap in the water, they can form leather. Leather formation is basically due to formation of micelles. कैसे बनता है? At lower concentration, the hydrophilic head is in aqueous layer, attraction by sodium ions in solution, and hydrophobic tails are lying outside the aqueous layer. Now, when we have concentration higher, when concentration is reaching or crossing CMC, critical micellization concentration, and we take temperature equal to more than Kraft temperature, then these ions are pulled inside aqueous layer. These carboxylate ions are pulled inside the aqueous layer, and then they will form micelles. If I just write here, they will form such kind of structure where the hydrophilic head on surface and tail pointing towards center. This kind of ions aggregation surrounding will have sodium ions. This kind of ions aggregation of one kind of ions is called as micelles. This kind of aggregation or association of ions of one category is called as micelles formation. तो concentration कितना है? CMC कितना होता है soaps के लिए? For the soaps we have CMC is nearly in the range 10 to power minus 4 to 10 to power minus 3 moles per liter. The soap solutions they are having concentration for soaps is in the range of 10 to power minus 4 to 10 to power minus 3 moles per liter. Now let us see how this micelles formation will take place, mechanism of this micelles formation. Now we can take mechanism for the micelles formation. See, when we take this hydrophobic tails, we will take such kind of structure. I am not counting here. This is long hydrocarbon chain and they are carboxylate ion. Now when we dissolve the soaps in water, these hydrophobic tails will develop in them van der Waals interaction forces. When we take concentration higher, they are put inside the aqueous layer, aqueous solution. Then what happens is hydrophobic tail, they have in them van der Waals attractive forces. They try to come closer, and hydrophilic head will come outside to interact with the medium, solvent, water. So what happens when the interaction are there? They acquire this kind of spherical arrangement or shape in which the hydrophobic tails will point towards center because they develop in them the van der Waals interaction forces. So this kind of aggregation of ions means they will have spherical shape, and we cannot draw more and more particles here. So they form spherical arrangement in which they have ions aggregation. Aggregated ions they form in which the hydrophobic tails are pointing towards center, because the hydrophobic tails will develop in them the van der Waals attractive forces, and hydrophilic head on surface interacting with the medium particles, and this interaction with the medium particles will be there. So each micellus is consisting of approximately 100 or more carboxylate ions. If it is cationic form, we can also, it is anionic form of carboxylate ions. We can take cationic form when we take ammonium salts in the soaps. So that is the mechanism for the micellus formation, that when we take the soaps at higher concentration, then hydrophobic tails will develop in them van der Waals attractive forces. They try to come together closer. When they come closer, they give spherical shape to the ions aggregation, which is called micellus. On the same concept, we can take the soap's clinging action. The soap will have clinging action on this concept only. Clinging action of soap. The soaps will show clinging action. It is due to this micellus formation. Okay, if it is taken fabric, on the fabric they are having the oil or the grease particles. This can be taken oil or the grease particle. Now what happens here? The hydrophobic tails of the soap will be water insoluble but fat soluble, and hydrophilic head will be fat insoluble but water soluble. So what happens? The soap particles will dissolve the grease or the oil particle, and with the water current they are removing it. With the water current they will remove. That is how the soap shows clinging action, to remove the oil particles or grease particles on the fabrics, on the clothes. That can be removed. Hydrophobic tails of the soap will dissolve in the oil or the grease particle. Hydrophilic head remain on surface, and with the water current they will be then washed or removed. That is how we take soap's clinging action. Now next can be taken preparation of the salts. How the salts are prepared? Okay, we have taken preparation of lyophilic salts. They are prepared directly by just heating or mixing the dispersed phase and medium and warming. Salt is ready. But lyophobic salts are prepared by special methods. So we will take mainly focusing on preparation of lyophobic salts, because lyophilics are prepared directly. So let us take next method is next topic taken here is preparation of the salts. Now next we can take preparation of colloids. Mainly for salts we are taking preparation method here. We can take in this case chemical methods and physical methods. Peptidization are three common techniques. First we can take chemical methods. In chemical methods, already discussed that lyophilic salts are prepared directly by mixing lyophilic substances in the medium liquid and warming. Salt is ready. But lyophobic salts are difficult to prepare. To prepare lyophobic salts, we are using special methods, like we can have chemical methods or physical methods. Like first we can take in chemical methods, we can take reactions involved can be taken, double decomposition reaction, oxidation, reduction reactions, and reactions of hydrolysis. Like we can take first treating to prepare the salt of sulfide. AS2S3 is very important salt here. We can treat by water AS2O3 plus 3H2O in the reaction produce AS2S3 plus water. So this reaction can, it is H2S. Sulfide sol is prepared. So this kind of reaction is called reaction of double decomposition, where AS2O3 will convert to AS2S3 sol. अगला है oxidation reaction. Oxidation done of H2S by sulfur dioxide. Basically this reaction can be taken redox reaction. Both sulfur will convert to sulfur as sol in solution. अगला है reduction reaction. Gold metals sol is prepared by reduction method on treating with HCHO, which is acting as reducing agent, reduces AuCl3 to form Au metal plus it get oxidized to HCOH in HCl formation byproduct. Or we take reaction of hydrolysis. We take reaction of hydrolysis where common example taken ferric chloride on hydrolyze, they can form ferric hydroxide sol and HCl in the reaction byproduct. Solubility is less, so they form the PPT, fresh PPT are obtained here, which can be broken to form particles of the colloidal range. So anyway, this is taken chemical method for preparation of salts. Now next can take physical methods. Second can be taken physical methods. In physical method we can take by method of dispersion or method of condensation. The salt can be obtained by dispersion or condensation method. The salt can be obtained in physical methods. So when you take in physical methods the salt preparation, the most important taken here is Briggs arc method. Briggs arc method is among them more important. It is a method of first dispersion and then condensation. Both are occurring here. So in this case what is done here? It is used to normally prepare metal salts. This is used to prepare metal salt like gold, platinum, silver, etc. For the metals which are not soluble, insoluble in water or even acids, their salt we can prepare easily by Briggs arc method. कैसे करते हैं? We are taking ice bath which contain ice. We take metal for which salt is to be prepared. Of the metal we make electric arc, or we make the metal arc using metal electrodes. It is water. We are using electrodes. It is metal arc. Of the metal for which salt is required to be prepared. Surrounding we are having water. Surrounding we have water. Ice cold water. Now what happens in this case when we apply very high voltage? We apply in this case very high voltage. The metal get vaporized, but then it condense in the same water which is put in the ice bath. Surrounding is ice so that to have lower temperature. So in this case when we apply high voltage, the metal atom get vaporized, that is dispersion, and then they condense in same solution, in same mixture water. So this can help in the preparation of metal salt. Metal arc is taken of that metal for which salt is required. So this method is called as, in physical method, this is especially called as Briggs arc method. Okay. Next can be taken method of peptidization. Peptidization method. What is peptidization method? It is conversion of precipitate to colloidal sol. Method of precipitate to colloidal solution. We take in this case a freshly prepared PPT is taken, commonly taken hydroxide example. Let's say for example we can take PPT of ferric hydroxide is taken, and then we add some electrolyte which normally have one of the ion common. We add some electrolyte in the solution which is having freshly prepared precipitate. Then the electrolyte will have some ion common, maybe ferric ions common or Cl negative ion can be there. So they will have one of the ion common. So that ferric hydroxide, suppose we are adding small amount of ferric chloride as electrolyte. So what happens is ferric hydroxide, they can adsorb ferric ions and then they can develop positive charge. In other cases they can adsorb other ions, so they can develop negative charge as well. And then this ions adsorb, and the ions in salt already, PPT already, they have repulsion. Suppose they adsorb ferric ions, ferric hydroxide already contain ferric ions, so these ions have repulsion. By repulsion the PPT will disperse, PPT will break up into smaller particles which are having colloidal dimensions. That PPT will break up to form smaller particles of the colloidal dimensions. This method is called method of peptidization. PPT changes to colloidal solutions by adding suitable electrolyte. Now then we can take purification of salts or colloidal salts. It is done by method of dialysis. Method of first dialysis. What is dialysis? It is removal of electrolyte from salt, electrolyte from the salt. This method of removal of electrolyte from salt is called as method of dialysis. In this case it is done by passing passing the salt through a suitable membrane, which is normally taken, we take normally animal membrane, which will allow the passage of smaller particles only, but not the colloidal particles. So that method is called method of dialysis. Sometimes when the rate is very low of dialysis, then you can use electrodialysis. The rate is very slow of the dialysis, then you can use electrodialysis. It accelerates dialysis by application of electrodialysis. Electrodialysis. See, when we have it accelerate simple dialysis, because on application of electric field, the electrolytic ions, they will have higher rate of diffusion, and then it is normally used to increase the rate of dialysis. That is called electrodialysis. And next can be taken ultrafiltration. If it is taken ordinary filter paper, they will allow the passage of particles of the colloidal solutions, because the particles of the colloidal solutions, they are having not very big size, and they can pass through the ordinary filter paper. So that paper is treated with the special substance which is called collodion. Okay, the simple filter paper is treated with collodion, which is normally a 4% solution of nitrocellulose. So the using this collodion, which is 4% solution of nitrocellulose, on treating the ordinary filter paper with collodion, the size of the pores in the ordinary filter paper is decreased. The size of the pores of the ordinary filter paper is decreased, and then they will allow the passage of only smaller particles, but the bigger particles which is having dimension in the colloidal range, they will not pass through that through that filter paper. So that is used an ultrafiltration. This method is called ultrafiltration. Treatment can be done by simply putting the simple filter paper in the solution, or by spraying it can be done. So this can be taken method of preparation and purification of the colloidal solution. Now next topic we will take is properties of the colloidal salts. Now we take next topic taken is protective colloids. We have seen that lyophilic salts are more stable as compared to lyophobic salts. So what actually happens that on adding small amount of lyophilic substances to lyophobic substances, they are more stabilized. The reason is what for more stability of lyophilic salts? The lyophilic salts are strongly or highly solvated by the liquid particles, so they are more stable. And so, and whereas we take lyophobic salts, they have practically no solvation, or even if they have very small amount of solvation is there, so stability is less. So this protective action is given that stability of lyophobic salts is increased by addition of lyophilic substances. This stability can increase. Why? Because it is taken, suppose lyophobic particle, they adsorb some lyophilic particles on surface. This can be taken lyophobic substance particle. This small can be taken here lyophilic substance particles. So what actually happens here, lyophilic substance particles get adsorbed over lyophobic substances, and then what happens, they will interact with the solvent particles, and then the stability of the lyophobic salts will be increased against coagulation. That coagulation is actually what happens. We have discussed that lyophobic substance particles are having typical charges. They carry either positive charge or they carry negative charge. Due to charges on them from outside, when we add some electrolytic substance, when we add from outside some electrolytic substance, what happens? They will neutralize the dispersed phase particles of lyophobic substance, and then the stability will be increased of the lyophobic substance against coagulation. Stability increase against coagulation of lyophobic substances on addition of electrolyte. This term is explained in terms of one number called as gold number. Gold number. This term was given by Zsigmondy. Gold number. What is gold number? You can add the definition part. Liख definition. It is the amount. It is the amount of lyophilic substance in milligram required to prevent coagulation of 10 ml of standard red gold sol. Standard red gold sol when 1 ml of 10% NaCl solution is rapidly added to it. When we are adding 1 ml solution, 1 ml of 10% solution of NaCl to gold sol, how much amount is required of the lyophilic substance to prevent coagulation of 10 ml of standard red gold sol? This number is called as gold number. Gold number क्या है? Basically amount in milligram. किसका amount है? Of the lyophilic substance. क्या काम इसका होता है? To prevent coagulation of gold sol. कितना? 10 ml solution. When we add 1 ml of 10% NaCl solution to it. That is definition of gold number. Now, if we take old theory says that the lyophilic substances will be adsorbed on the lyophobic substances, but the recent view says that whichever particles are small in size, maybe lyophilic or lyophobic, they get mutually adsorbed, irrespective of this concept. Whichever particles are bigger in size, they adsorb smaller particles on surface, and then interaction is there increased with the dispersion medium, and then the stability will be increase of the lyophobic substance in coagulation. Okay, this coagulation का meaning क्या होता है, we will explain slightly more in electrical properties of the salts. So let us take our next property taken here, that we will discuss properties of the salts.